Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Alan Saber, and I know that it has been a while since I have recorded and uploaded a video to YouTube, and I also know pretty well that it's late to be recording a video at this time, but I just want to get this out. So, furthermore, if you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you've been here for a while with me, then welcome back. And without further ado, let's hop on over to the computer. Alright, we are now on the computer with my PowerPoint opened. And I have apparently decided to make this a presentation and also the announcement form also. So welcome to my announcement presentation by yours truly, Alan Saber. And let's get into this. So the reasons why I have not been uploading to YouTube recently is because of demanding classes and ridiculous semester coursework. I am an undergraduate full-time student at the University of New Mexico who is taking a 17 credit hour course load with 6 classes. I am also in the honors college at that same institution, and next semester I will be taking a 16 to 18 credit hour course load with 7 classes. I am also a part-time employee at Walmart, working as a cashier to pay for my educational expenses. And taking this as a whole, it would seem that I don't have any days off, but I actually do. And apparently this kind of sucks, but the only day that I have off is Tuesday, specifically every Tuesday of every week. Moving on. So, my most recent video. My most recent video was uploaded to YouTube 3 months ago, and it was a skit about colleges and universities. And it was specifically about if colleges and universities were super nice and kind to the students. And currently, the total views for this video are at 17 views, which is typical considering that my channel is still very small. And honestly, I make YouTube videos because I have a passion for filmmaking, and I use this platform to practice this passion and improve as a person who makes content, as well as somewhat escape from reality as my chill zone. I also like to be creative and come up with new ideas from existing work or from my imagination. And I also have to go on a little rant here. So whenever you're like in college and stuff, like your first couple of years is basically like a repeat of high school. And the thing that bothers me about this is that whenever you're trying to like get to a certain goal, like to a certain destination that you want to achieve. But the problem is you're taking all of these classes that have nothing to do with what you're trying to accomplish. Like, for example, I'm majoring in physics, and apparently I need to know how to write research papers in APA format. But I'm taking classes that teach me how to write in MLA instead. And as a result, I'm taking classes that have nothing to do, or I am mostly taking classes that have nothing to do with what I'm trying to accomplish at the end. So I'm also just taking these filler, unnecessary classes. It's kind of like the high fructose corn syrup, or the cane sugar, or the canola oil, or the vegetable oils was on a product that you purchase at the supermarket. And I think that these filler classes and filler ingredients pull you away from what you're trying to do and serve as a distraction. Like, honestly, there should be no distractions when you're trying to achieve something that is important in your future. And aside from this rant, let me move on to the next slide. So, I have decided to make a timeline for this channel. And apparently it appears that the timeline is way too small for all of you to see. So I will take a moment and exit out of present mode and just simply zoom in on the timeline. Alright, I have successfully zoomed in onto this wonderful timeline. And apparently, starting next month, in November of this year, I will have character backstories parts 2 and 3 of the Never Ending Journey. And in December, I will have the Never Ending Journey character backstories part 4 out, along with a random skit or a questionable or once again a random skit that I don't have planned yet. And then in January of next year, I will have the Never Ending Journey part 3 trailer out for you guys to view, along with the Never Ending Journey character backstory part 5. And then in February of next year, I will have the Never Ending Journey character backstory part 6 out, along with 2 other random skits or short films during that month. And then in March, I will hopefully have the Never Ending Journey part 3 out. And in April of next year, I will have the Never Ending Journey character backstory part 7 out, along with a new series that I want to make. And then in May, or on the May of next year, I will have the character backstories part 8 out of the Never Ending Journey, along with a continuation of that series that I plan to make, along with another short film or skit during that month. And then in June of next year, I plan to have the Never Ending Journey character backstory part 9 out, along with another continuation of that series, along with another short film / skit. So let's go back to full-on present mode really quick. And then, alright, so some of the techniques that I try to use to get more free time are, number one, the speedrun technique. You know how these speedrunners try to complete an entire game in like the shortest amount of time? Well, it's kind of the same with this, but instead it's with assignments and homework and stuff. So the speedrun technique is a technique where I try to get all of these assignments and work done in one day. Keyword try, because most likely I'm not going to finish everything in just a single day, you know. And then there's also the ASAP technique, which is a technique where I start on assignments and homework at the earliest moment and finish them. So for example, where the ASAP technique would be used would be, for example, you cannot start working on an assignment until June 3rd at 12 a.m. So basically the assignment is not open for you to take until that specific day and time, June 3rd at 12 a.m. So you basically have to wait until that specific time and day in order to get started on that. So immediately when it hits that same exact day and time, you immediately get to work on it without hesitation. And now I will once again exit out of present mode and give you a little tour of where would these techniques would apply to some of my classes actually. Alright, and then I will. Alright, so just a warning, I have blacked out my instructors' names and all of the confidential information. You do not need to know who they are or how to get into the class, because that is for my information only, not for you. And honestly, if that would have ever happened, if you guys actually tried to come into one of my classes, that would be awkward and weird and somewhat funny. And just imagine if one of my viewers or subscribers actually joins into one of my Zoom classes. Boy, that'd be so weird. Alright, anyways, here is the first class that I'm in. So this is actually one of my honors classes. It's basically where we just simply read literature and do more analysis on that stuff. And as you can see here, I have already done some work according to the dates on the timeline and on the web page itself. And let's look at this one, for example. And another example of where this ASAP technique would be used is, like, for example, the first analytical paper, which I already did, obviously, because it's past the due date. So basically, my instructor announces the instructions for this specific assignment on that day, and it's due technically on October 5th. So this means clearly that I cannot work on this specific assignment, or basically just start on it, for example, like on the 9th of September, because I don't have the required information or the required instructions of doing so. And so this is what I mean by some of the techniques not actually working. And so as a result, for this class, I would say that definitely only the ASAP technique will work. That's it. The speedrun technique will not work, because you do not have, in this class, you will not have access to all of the little random materials in just one day, because in this class it's supposed to be a continuous and gradual showing of the course materials and stuff. Now on to my next class. Alright, so now this is my Portuguese class. And obviously I have 52 assignments due, but luckily they're all due on different days. So yeah, and luckily for this class, I can use the speedrun technique because, first of all, as you can see here, we have all of the assignments uploaded to this website or web page on a single day. And so this means you could try to like complete all of 52 assignments, and it's like on Tuesday or something, and then just be over with it. But obviously this class also has some assignments that are uploaded to a different website, specifically the University Learn website. And yeah, now to my next class. Alright, so now we are in my chemistry class. And apparently, as you can see here, we are in McGraw-Hill Connect, the platform that my chem instructor uses to help us learn chemistry, along with another web page called Alex, if you're wondering. And obviously I have already completed a bunch of these already, and let me show you another example of the ASAP technique. As I said, this assignment does not, oh wait, hold on a sec, I'm sorry. So let's see here, let's take for another example the reading 6.5 calorimetry. So basically this one right here. So it's clear that you cannot start working on this assignment until this exact day and time. So if you try to work on it on October 13th at 10 p.m., that's not going to work because it's not open. And so this is another example of where the ASAP technique comes into play. And obviously right now I could just do the reading 6.4 right now, but I'm recording a video at this time, so I don't want you guys see me try to get stuff done. So yeah, on to my next class. Alright, so this is my fourth class. This is my English class, and luckily my instructor for this class has wonderfully organized everything into their proper folders and stuff to make it easier for us to locate them and save us the headache. And we also and then we just do the assignments, then we click on the project folders, and then we have also the week folders, and you can just click on them, and then you can just see what's due. Like for example, on October 8th we had a media lab due, and so you can just go into there and just see the details of the assignment and do what's necessary to get a good grade on the assignment. And obviously you can see this is still ungraded because stuff. And I would say that it's possible to use the speedrun technique, but the ASAP technique is more preferred for this class. Now on to my next class. My Calculus 2 class, we are now on my math lab. And here we are in Calculus 2, or I'm in Calculus 2 right now. And apparently my instructor for this class uploads assignments and exam prep materials on this web page periodically, so it's clear that the speedrun technique will not work and only the ASAP technique will work, because of the nature of the work being uploaded to this web page. And I have indeed used the ASAP technique once for this class. And now for my final class. This is my chemistry laboratory class, and apparently we are in these submission folders, and this is where I would click on stuff and turn in all of my assignments. And also I can just sign up for the physical lab to attend in person, but I forgot to do that, so yeah, I'll just be staying here at home to do the lab. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the tour of my classes. And now let's get back to the PowerPoint. Alright, next slide. Alright, so as I said before, on my second channel or in my main channel, then my second channel will be an educational channel where I will be uploading filmmaking, physics, and calculus videos onto this channel. And I actually do have a snapshot of my channel on my phone that I took a screenshot of. And you, as you can see here, there are no videos, and I haven't been uploading them to here because I need to prepare the essential materials before I can start making my first video for this channel. And ironically, way back in like 2015 or 2014, I originally had this channel to be a gaming channel, but I just didn't see it that way, so that's why it's an educational channel. And besides, many of the higher ed content is like presented in a disorganized way, or is just not presented. So I'm here to leak out all of that information, so you don't have to go through all the pain that I'm going through. Next slide. Alright, so starting on the third video, I will start off the video by speaking in a foreign language and provide you with a foreign language challenge. The purpose of this is to challenge your foreign language skills and improve them, and I feel like that this is very important because foreign language can help you maintain confidentiality better, make new connections better, and improve your chances of making of getting a job. And that is very important. And I will also put every single one of these videos into an organized playlist for your convenience, and that is also a very important skill, organization. And luckily I have already shown you an example of great organization. Now to the next slide. So what will be in each subject? So for filmmaking, obviously there are no practice problems for that because I don't see a point in making random practice problems for that subject. But for the physics and calculus, there will be practice problems at the end of the video in the link in the description section below. And that is there to help you practice those concepts and skills. And also for filmmaking, I'll be providing tips and tricks, valuable information, and analysis of previous media to enhance your understanding. And if you still have any questions after watching the video, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will try to answer them ASAP. And then for the physics and calculus, I will try to explain in detail how to do each practice problem in a separate video, and try my best to provide as much information as possible during my main videos. There will be 5 easy, medium, hard, and insane problems of difficulty. I will give hints only for the medium, hard, and insane problems. If you still have questions after my explanation, please once again leave them down in the description or in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them ASAP. And I also have created another timeline for the second channel, and I will, for the last time, escape out of present mode and zoom in on the timeline that I have made. Alright, so to be honest with you, I don't even plan on uploading anything to this channel until December, where I will upload my first calculus video. And then in January of next year, I plan to release my first filmmaking video along with the solutions to the first calculus practice problems with the answers and explanations. And then in February of next year, I plan to release my first physics video and my second calculus video. And then in March, or on March of next year, I plan to release the solutions to the first physics practice problems and the second calculus practice problems with the explanations. And then in April, I only plan on releasing my second filmmaking video. And in May, I plan to release my third filmmaking video, and I also plan to release my second physics video in May. And then in June, I only plan to release the complete solutions to the second physics practice problems with detailed explanations and answers. And warning, all of the stuff that is on the timeline at the moment is indeed subject to change without notice. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the entire presentation. Yep, that is pretty much everything. Just wanted to check. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys hopefully in November.